to For Real. It's Wednesday, but not just any Wednesday. It's Jeremy's mum's birthday, so a huge happy birthday to you, San, from Cambodia. Plus, that also means it's time for the News Moto, where you get to watch footage of a ride in Cambodia while I update you on the news of the week. Today's ride takes us around the Wat Bo area on the eastern side of the city. At For Real, we donate all of the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. We've just recently made 3 $100 Australian donations to Heartprint, Cambodian Children's Trust and Reach, all of them doing amazing work alongside local communities. Here is the total we've donated so far. Next month, we might reach $5,000 USD, which will be quite a milestone. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're new to our channel, thank you for watching. We're really happy that you're here. Okay, let's get to the news. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of July, and we see a face-off with Facebook. Set the date for the water festival, search the water for crocs, and finally, congratulate Cambodia for winning gold. The Phnom Penh Water Festival will take place this year, and major celebrations for the 70th National Independence Day, which is scheduled for the 9th of November, have also been announced. The Phnom Penh Water Festival was cancelled in 2020 and 2021 due to COVID, but last year's celebrations were also cancelled, but that was due to Cambodia hosting the ASEAN Summit. We remember that time very well as we returned to the kingdom during the summit, and it took a very long time to get out of Phnom Penh for our drive to Siem Reap. It is expected that this year's Water Festival and Independence Day will receive a lot of support from people in the provinces and also from international tourists, as this year the government has announced a grand celebration compared to previous years. A drinks vendor in front of the Royal Palace said that she was very happy that the government had announced the resumption of the Water Festival in Phnom Penh after its absence of 3 years. The Water Festival celebration is a good time for her and for other vendors as well, as they can earn more money selling drinks and souvenirs to local and international tourists. She suggested that the City Hall should organise the event by adorning the streets with decorations, coloured lights, hold a firework display and provide areas to hold concerts. So pretty much like all Cambodian festivals, I guess. I think Phnom Penh is a little bit jealous of the Khmer New Year celebrations that were held in Siem Reap earlier this year, and they want a big festival too. It does sound grand indeed, though. From grand to banned. The Cambodia government has banned 22 members of Meta's oversight board from entering the kingdom, and if they were already in the country, they were required to leave within 48 hours. Meta being the parent company of Facebook, of course. The decision was likely preempted by Prime Minister Hun Sen's announcement that he was going to primarily use Telegram to communicate with Cambodians and stop using Facebook. Never fear though, Facebook is not going to be banned in Cambodia. The Prime Minister reaffirmed that it was his own reasons, including the existence of fake accounts with his name, that drove him to make the decision to discontinue using Facebook. Now to some sad, but unfortunately common news. 8 people have died in a fire at a nightclub under renovation in Phnom Penh. The fire broke out on the 5th floor of the nightclub in Tulkok district as workers were renovating the building's interior. The victims reportedly died of suffocation. A police spokesman said police had detained 4 people in the investigation while a 5th suspect had escaped. According to Cambodia's National Committee for Disaster Management, 454 fire accidents were reported in 2022, leaving 42 people dead and 55 injured. Workplace accidents are very common in Cambodia due to the absence of safety procedures and also safety equipment. In the second quarter of 2023, that's 3 months, more than 2,000 people were incapacitated through accidents, with over half of that number being women. According to the Department of Rehabilitation of the National Social Security Fund, from April to June, 2,585 NSSF members were either permanently or temporarily disabled in accidents. 2,560 were in the private sector and just 25 in the public sector. These people are now receiving NSSF support. Bear in mind that these numbers don't include informal workers who have no access to Social Security funds. The Deputy Director of the NSSF's Rehabilitation Section said many disabled persons in the nation are receiving support from NSSF for medical care, health screenings, and other assistance based on their insurance plans. The President of the Disability Action Council said that there are over 600,000 permanently disabled people in Cambodia, which is quite a large number given the size of the population. These individuals had a variety of accidents that contributed to their disabilities, including loss of limb and blindness. According to the Ministry of Social Affairs Department of Welfare for Persons with Disabilities, 19,800 disabled people in 60 communes around the country receive monthly assistance from the Cambodian government. 12,600 disabled people receive around $58 a month, while 7,200 receive around $24 a month each from the government. It's such a small amount of money, and you can easily see why each of the organisations that we sponsor is so needed in Cambodia. If you're watching this right now, you are helping us to earn the money that we donate to these organisations. This next story is an example of why there are so many workplace accidents in Cambodia. Siem Reap authorities are calling on owners of crocodiles to secure their reptiles in cages after 2 recent incidents saw 24 crocodiles escaping in Siem Reap province. Police reported that the 24 crocodiles escaped from their cages. However, all the creatures were rounded up by fishermen and police. The reptiles were then returned to their cages safely. Even though all of the escaped crocodiles were captured and returned to their cages, police and fishermen are patrolling the river where other crocodiles have been sighted. I wonder where they came from. Some of the crocodiles weighed around 40 to 80 kilograms and were big enough to harm people, especially children. Authorities are educating crocodile farm owners, reminding them to never smile at a crocodile, and probably more importantly, how to lock a cage. I think that's a vital skill for their job. The farm owners were also reprimanded for their careless management of the reptiles. If they fail to cage their animals securely, they will be slapped with legal action if any of their crocodiles cause harm to people. The authorities discovered that the accident happened due to carelessness on the part of the crocodile farmers. One forgot to close the gate on his crocodile cage, and the other tried to skin several of his crocodiles next to the river. From some rubbish farming techniques to some actual rubbish. Phnom Penh City Hall Authority currently collects and transports more than 3,700 tonnes of garbage in Phnom Penh per day. That's an increase of 1,000 tonnes of waste a day compared to last year. These companies were awarded the contracts to collect rubbish in Phnom Penh and have started to improve their operations in 14 districts. In order to dispose of garbage effectively and protect the environment, people have been urged to store their garbage properly and also to separate the garbage into organic and non-organic matter. People have been asked to dispose of their garbage properly and use garbage bins. Some residents living near canals are still using those as a dumping ground. This is a huge problem because when it rains, the water backs up, the area gets flooded, and the water is contaminated with all of the waste that is present. Cambodia produces more than 10,000 tonnes of waste per day and more than 4 million tonnes per year. This waste goes to 213 landfill sites across the country. 143 of those are state-owned and 70 are private sites. From the canal to the river now, Cambodian Mine Action Centre de-miners recently salvaged more than 10,000 pieces of unexploded ordnance, along with more than 100 tonnes of metal wreckage from a sunken ship lying at the bottom of the Mekong River in the Prey Veng province. The operation to remove the wreckage will take 18 months, or perhaps longer due to the difficulty of the operating situation, compounded by the lack of equipment for mud pumping. During the Civil War in the 1970s, estimates suggest that up to 60,000 tonnes of ammunition were shipped along the river each month. This is the third ammunition ship that was found in the district. Now for some highway robbery. 2 foreign nationals who attacked a man and stole his car as he was refuelling his vehicle on the Phnom Penh-Sihanoukville Expressway have been arrested. The crime took place at a Total petrol station in Sihanoukville. The driver was transporting 2 passengers from Phnom Penh to Sihanoukville. When the driver stopped to refuel his car, the 2 men suddenly attacked him and stabbed him with a knife. They then proceeded to drive away in the Toyota Alphard. Nothing good ever happens in a Toyota Alphard, the ugliest car on the road. The traffic police stopped the car and the 2 foreign nationals at a checkpoint. The men held a variety of passports, including Chinese, Thai, and Taiwanese. Police are now interrogating those suspects while the victim is being treated at the hospital. Heavy rains fell in Phnom Penh, dumping over 150 millimetres on the city. This is the heaviest rainfall that there has been in the last 3 years. We'll leave a link to a video that Cambo Vlogs made as his house actually got flooded, so check it out if you haven't seen it. The heavy rain caused flooding in almost 14 districts of Phnom Penh, which mostly affected Sen Sok, Mien Che, Jaba Ampov and Porsenche districts. Let's finish up today with a good news story. Under the coordination of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Cambodia, Khmer Liquor participated in the Kura Master Contest in France. 503 distilleries from around the world entered the contest. Khmer Liquor is based in an area in northwestern Cambodia that was previously minefields. After the demining process was completed, the area was used to grow a variety of fruits, with the intention of producing liquor using both Japanese and traditional Khmer techniques. Khmer Liquor picked up a number of awards, including the jury prize for their potato and banana liqueur, a gold medal, and also a platinum medal. We are looking to head up that way in the near future, and we may have to drop in, for news sake, to taste a few. The things we do for this channel. That brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.